An honest review of the game. As someone who was a fan of Zelda solely because I had a crush on Link when I was 7, I've got to tell you what transpired while playing this game. I had an idea of how this game would be because of Zelda's Skyward Sword, a game I loved with all my heart. While it is true that Link's handsomeness had influenced my gaming experience for years, the now adult me was very excited to play the game, more so because it was the first open world Zelda game I would be playing. And I also wanted to experience new edgy technology and be at the forefront of Nintendo's successful franchise. Haughty Link did not disappoint. He was as stoic as I remember and very entertaining. From the interactions in the game feeling natural to the dialogues being rich, funny, and cute, I was not surprised that the game kept the same essence since the developers have done an excellent job in the past with all the previous Zelda games. However, I felt disconnected from the story. Usually, I will feel the urge to save the beautiful world and people, internalizing how much I wanted to be Link and save Zelda, or sometimes to be Zelda and be saved by Link. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild storyline wasn't as appealing to me compared to other Zelda games where Link was running out of time to save the world he was living in, since in this one he wakes up 100 years later. Everything has happened, and we get to meet the generation that came after the battle and their new style of living. And so I felt like if Zelda waited for Link to wake up for 100 years, she could wait a bit longer while I go climb this mountain. But that's just me though. I'm not saying that the story was weak or that it wasn't enjoyable. I just didn't feel the urge I felt in the past. Another thing I've noticed is that the game ensured I knew time was passing by respawning monsters. It also tried to lure me into exploration mode. I say that because we all know the new weapon system was designed to make us find more swords while exploring. I mean, why else have we got the Master Sword cooldown for? Why else are they making us climb endless mountains? Obviously to find cool weapons. When I noticed that the cooldown and weapon selection was meant for this, I felt deep inside that they were using an old trick and that I was falling for it. But even after knowing it was a cheap trick to keep me going, it worked. I cannot hide that I have to include myself as one of the players that didn't feel very interested in finishing the story and was painfully struggling in all my excursions. Since the game was not rewarding enough for me, I felt the need to find more powerful weapons and make money to compensate for my lousy gameplay and lack of curiosity with this game's lore. I won't say much about fighting. I think they did a good job maintaining Link's old vibes with the new system. It does take a moment to get used to, but I think it was more related to me playing on a Switch for the first time than the game itself. Although the game could have had a more robust storyline for a very easily distracted gamer, I think the puzzles and side quests were extremely entertaining. I love a good mystery, and let me tell you, I did find myself struggling a lot in many of them. But in the end, it definitely made me want to procrastinate about saving the world and let my inner explorer shine. While failing and making chickens fight me, making incredible recipes, catching bugs, and killing my horse at one point, I have to say that I enjoyed such an ooh-woo world. In conclusion, Link was a vision in his underpants. Wrong line. Breath of the Wild felt like fresh air, and I am grateful I had the opportunity to play in such a beautiful and vast world. Until next time.